Alex New with Stateside Press. I'm here with Dan Argueta, who returns to action next Friday in the main event of LFA 123. How are you?
I'm good, man. Having my little coffee, getting ready. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of fighters, we start our week on Sunday. Sunday, our week starts. So tomorrow's going to be the start of fight week. I'm ready to go.
I was going to ask you, you're 6 days out. How are you feeling?
You could see it in my face a little bit. It's I wear the weight cut pretty well. But no, I feel good. I'm still training hard. I'm still eating, still enjoying myself. This fucking lovely city. It's nice, man.
Yeah, awesome. That's awesome to hear. Before we talk about your fight, I wanted to ask a couple things. First of all, why'd you shave your head last fight?
Because I fucked up.
What'd you fuck up on?
You want the long answer?
Yes.
Or do you want the long answer? Or do you want the answer that I want people to hear, which is I don't have any excuses?
I want the long answer.
Okay. Only a couple people have got the long answer, but no, man, my weight cut was good last fight. It was good. We were on track. I went to bed the night before with only 3 pounds to lose, 3.5 pounds, or four total. After replenishing and eating after the first round of weight cuts the night before weigh-ins. And yeah, we ran into a lot of issues. I caught a bit of a cold the night before weigh-ins, and purposely I got to Vail, Colorado 2 days before weigh-ins. I was running up in the mountains in Vail. I spent weeks in Albuquerque, almost a month in Albuquerque, getting my lungs ready. I was good to go. And then, knowing that Vail was a little higher up, we got there a few days early, a few days before LFA check-in, and I got sick. It happens. Like I said, I'm giving you the real answer, not the one that I told people. I don't got excuses. I got a little sick, caught a bit of a cold, and then the night before weigh-ins, I felt pretty good. I got to eat a little bit, basically a handful of avocado, blueberries, and yogurt. And I swear I was close to I was licking the yogurt out of my hand. But no, I went to bed just with the head cold, and woke up the next day. Well, actually didn't wake up. I didn't really sleep. I was throwing up all night, dry heaving. I was throwing up stomach acid all night long. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, I was throwing up stomach acid all night long. It got to the point where I couldn't even, I was feeling really shitty. I couldn't even roll over. It was the middle of the night. I said, fuck it. I just started throwing up next to my pillow, just spitting up stomach acid next to my pillow, just coughing, just doing that. Wake up, felt like I got stabbed in the throat, and I was pretty messed up. Like I couldn't even lean over without even, feeling pressure in my chest. I was one phone call away from pulling out of that fight before I even started my weight cut, because I told my coaches, I said, if I get punched in the chest, I don't know if I'll lose, but I'm definitely going to cry on TV. It was that bad. My coaches told me, they were like, all right, let's, 7 o'clock, let's start up the sauna. We had a portable sauna in the bedroom. Start up the sauna, start jump rope, and get ready. I don't know him. I was up out of bed at like 6 a.m. and I started up my sauna. My coaches were still sleeping. We had 2 connecting rooms, and I jumped in there after I jump roped for like 20 minutes. It took me about 50, I think it was 53 minutes to break 1 bead of sweat. Woke up at 139.2. So I only drifted like 0.6, 0.8. Took me a little bit over 50 minutes to break a bead of sweat. And I was like, what the fuck? And then after that, we're like, okay, the sauna is going to mess me up. So we walked to the bathtub. We had to heat it up and everything ready to go. My heart, and I had my Apple Watch on the track, how many calories, my heart rate. Walking from the corner of the bedroom to the bathroom, my heart rate spiked to about a 192. So we knew I was sick. Something was up. I wasn't in good health. So we got it. My coaches were like, you good? Are you sure? I'm like, shut up. I'm doing this. Get in the tub. I'm in the tub and I start fucking throwing up on myself in the tub. Just stomach acid. So just greenish yellow spit, just throwing up, and it's hurting. And I don't cry that often. I may have been crying. I don't even remember, to be honest. I just know that I was in bad health. Did like 35 minutes in that scalding hot tub. My head wasn't even sweating, nothing. Got out of the tub, nothing was happening. Got back in the sauna, sat in the sauna for another like 30 minutes, broke like 3 or 4 beads of sweat. And I'm like, okay, get me wrapped up, get me mummy wrap. They wrapped me up in a mummy wrap. And remind you, this whole time in the sauna, every time I even moved a little bit, I'm throwing up. I threw up probably about 40, 50 times that morning. I'm not even shitting you. I threw up every movement I made. And they mummy wrapped me and I'm laying there on my back and my coaches are trying to talk to me and I'm wrapped up like a cocoon and I'm leaning over, throwing up on my shoulder and they're holding me, like lifting me, trying to put the can up to my head, so I don't choke on my throat because I'm wrapped up tight. They get Cub Swanson on the phone and Cub saw how fucked up I was and said like, hey, we got to cut it. There's something got botched, whether it was the fact that, I was making a major weight cut at 10,000 feet elevation up in the mountains. I couldn't imagine having to do that here in Albuquerque at the top of the mountain. I couldn't imagine it. It was bad. I've been cutting weight since I was 10, 11 years old. That's the first time that I knew a few more minutes and I was going to go to the hospital. A few more minutes, I was going to go to the hospital. I knew it. Yeah, it was bad, man. Like I said, every time when I was even mummy wrapped, I'm throwing up. Every time I'd throw up, I would cramp from my fucking ears would be folding all the way to my throat, my toes, my fingers, everything is cramping up. I felt my kidneys. It was bad, man. I'm just fortunate enough that, I realized like a lot of guys have been like, oh, I messed up my cut. Like it happened this morning or happened last night. No, fuck that. I only had 2 pounds to go. It happened. It happened in the off season. It happened weeks before. It happened when I could have ran late at night, but I rather go to bed. It happened when I could have woke up earlier, but instead I decided to fucking eat some eggs and go to training instead of go running in the morning. That's why I say it's not an excuse. It's more of that's what happened. But it happened earlier. It could have been solved. I could have been those 2 pounds. Those 2 pounds could have been fixed earlier on. It is what it is. I'm just fortunate enough that Rodney was a class act, and I shaved my head so that I didn't want him to be like, this pretty motherfucker shows up to weigh-ins overweight with this gorgeous head of hair and expects me to fight him. And I was like, I deserve to be punished. I shaved my head off or my hair, and I was like, fuck it. I don't want people to think I care about vanity. I love vanity. I like looking good. Don't get me wrong. I love it. My parents tell me embrace it. You're not young forever. you know, and especially with hair, you don't get hair forever. So it was a tough one, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna look mean as shit. I shaved my head. He saw me and he knew I was fucked up. I said sorry to him, but it only came out SOR because I couldn't talk anymore. Sorry. Sorry. I couldn't talk. I lost my voice for 2 days. After we weighed in and everything, if this makes him feel any better, if he listens to this, I didn't get to start eating or drinking for an extra 5 or 6 hours after weigh-ins. I was in bed rolling around crying. Every time I drank a little bit of water, I would throw it up, and blood was coming out, and it was hurting really bad. And I'm rolling around in bed crying because I'm so fucking hungry and thirsty. Weigh-ins are over, but I can't even replenish or feel better because I got sick. It is what it is. Like I said, I was a phone call away from pulling out of that fight.
Dude. God
Fucking
damn.
crazy ass weight cut that people don't know about. I don't tell people this. The only people that know about this are my buddies that know, hey, Dan doesn't blow weight. Something happened.
That is wow. Yeah, because I remember seeing the way and I was like, Dan cut his hair. Something happened. Like what the hell's going on? So it's just wild. Well, I mean, do you like the no hair?
Fuck no. all my training partners and stuff. Okay, so this is funny. Thursday, I'm talking to Aaron Pico. We just we all finish up sparring. And someone's like, man, you look mean with your hair. I'm like, fuck this haircut. And Pico's like, no, dude, I like it. You look good. You look mean. And I'm like, you're just saying that because I can't pick up any fucking girls with this haircut. And he's like, what do you mean pick up any girls? You got a wife. And I was like, any girl with this haircut. My girl doesn't even like me with the shaved head. She met cute little old me with nice curly hair. The mullet was extra. I did that. But when she met me, I had nice curly hair, and I just want to make her happy. And she's had to put up with this since my last fight. I'm going to shave my head on Wednesday morning. Hopefully that's going to be the last time you'll see me with a shaved head during my career. Every time you see me with a shaved head from now on, you're going to know some shit happened.
Damn, dude, that is wild. That's wild. Well, I mean, might as well. I want to find out about your fight with Rodney and like how that performed.
This is vodka, right?
Is it really?
No, I'm kidding.
Damn, I was like, okay.
I need some vodka after telling you that story.
Straight up. Well, I mean, just go on to one story to another. Is there a funny story or something that happened on the Ultimate Fighter that wasn't on the show?
This is about to get rated messed up. I might get canceled for this. Actually, no, I don't think so. It's 2022. So in the house, everyone's like, there's cameras in the bathroom. There's cameras everywhere. Andre's in the shower, taking piss, and he's looking in the corner of the mirror and he sees a camera pointing at the mirror, pointing at the shower. And he's like, what the hell? If I'm touching myself in the shower, it's going to be looking at me. And I'm like, what the hell? You're touching yourself? And everyone's like, yeah, I just hide under the blankets and do my thing. And I'm telling these guys, I'm like, not me, man. I'm cool. I can't do that. I'm going to wait. Oh, let me get home. I'm in a house full of dudes right now. Some dudes want to fight me. Other dudes know they can whoop my ass because their fighter's 50 pounds heavier. So, day 30. I can't believe I'm telling you this. Day 30, I wake up and I bought some generic ass boxers to sleep in because you can't have logos on shit, right? These ones had like a little Ralph Lauren polo on them. I'll always remember them. So I threw them away after. So day 30, I wake up, I'm usually like the third person to wake up. Andre's already outside by the pool in his little thong underwear, cleaning up the leaves. Aaron Phillips already has my coffee made for me. I wake up and I just got a big old sticky wet spot in the center of my underwear. And I look up at the camera in the corner of my bedroom and I look down at my crotch and I just go, ew. I go to the bathroom, I take off my sticky old underwear, I throw them away. I throw them away. I go outside. And like I said, Andre's outside cleaning the pool. And Vince Murdoch's out there, tanning. Josh Reddinghouse is tanning. And I'm looking at everyone. Just looking at them. And I start smiling. And the camera crew's like confused why I'm smiling. And Andre goes, "Did it happen?" And I'm just like, "Fuck yeah, it happened." He goes, "Oh my God, Dan had his first wet dream."
Oh, fantastic.
That's not allowed to make television, apparently. I could have been a fucking superstar.
Yeah. The UFC would have signed you outright for that one.
I think I could have become a Disney star with that.
Oh man, that's fantastic.
Wet dream.
My dream. Damn. Okay. I mean,
Wet dream, man, Dan.
Damn. Okay.
First time I ever had a wet dream my whole entire life.
Was on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yep. I'll never forget. I wish I would have kept those underwear, signed them. I would have sent them to you.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, how can we top this? Jesus Christ.
Are you happy that you asked?
I am. It's fantastic. Yes, that's.
I'll even let you make the headline for this podcast. Make a clip.
Got you.
Dan's wet dream.
I mean, that is the headline. I mean, that's the clickable headline.
We'll make up some bullshit. We'll say, I had a wet dream because I won the Ultimate Fighter.
Right. Exactly. Man, I mean, I don't know. Fantastic. Mary Santos, bro. He's a 12-0 prospect. Did you know who he was before he was offered to you?
No. Did you?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay. You know more people than me.
I know.
You know way more many guys than me.
I know. I didn't. I was just hoping. I was like,
I'm gonna fuck you over with your own questions.
With that, there's something, you look at your resume and you don't take easy fights to build up your record. You don't have one fighter that's under 500. Was that, I guess, by design? Like, you don't want to fight quote unquote cans?
I guess I was never really given the option. There's a couple things, when I made a rule with myself when I started this sport, and that was the guys who I'm gonna let lead me by example and let take charge of everything. I'm gonna listen to them. I'm gonna trust them. And that was Cub Swanson and Kami Safdari, our manager, who actually passed away about a year and 3 weeks ago. Whenever they asked me to fight, I said yes. Never said no to a fight. Because the thing is, That's my job. I train with some of the best guys out there. Unless it's someone that's already in the top 10 that might be able to just whoop the fuck out of me on a week's notice, then maybe I'll say no. Maybe. But I doubt I would. Especially right now in the position I'm in, I wouldn't say no. You know, and when LFA gave us a list this time of, okay, you want to fight this guy? He's 12-0 from Brazil. Okay, cool. How about this guy? He was in the UFC. He got dropped. How about this guy? Same record as you, built just like you. Ooh, that one's scary. How about this guy? He had the LFA belt. He already said no to you 3 times this year. I said, I don't care. I don't care. I've never cared what promotions I would fight for or anything. I just want to fight the best guys in the world, dude. It sounds fucked up, but like, yeah, money is an issue. I want to make money. I grew up in a fairly, successful family, but my dad's an immigrant. So was my mom. They came here when they were kids with nothing. My dad lived in we're talking a bathroom-sized bedroom with 7 people as a kid in Guatemala. You don't know when you're eating. You don't know if you're going to get water, And he came here and he made himself an empire. What do you do with that? He said, oh, my kids aren't going to grow up like that. He made sure I had everything I needed to do what I wanted to do. And because of that, I don't have any excuses to say no to any of these guys. That's the difference. I always hear these guys with tough stories and everything. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Oh, ooh. And then they're like, oh, this kid grew up rich. I'm like, nice try. That won't work on me. You know why? Because you have excuses if you fail. I don't. And I take pride in that. I don't have any excuses. I was given everything. I was given everyone around me in order to be as great as I want to become. And with that being said, that means I'm responsible for saying yes to any fight thrown my way, any challenge. Like I said, with this one, all these guys, we said yes to all of them. And then once we broke it all down, we're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's stick to 12-0 guy. I lost to the last guy with 12 wins. Ricky Turcios, that motherfucker. I love Ricky, but that motherfucker, I lost to him. Let me show you guys what I could do. I've changed my whole game since then. And I know everyone says that, but no, I fucking did. I really did. I know I'm on a different playing field now. Now I know I can destroy some people.
Awesome. Well, what do you think of the matchup?
I'd be lying if I said, oh, I'm not nervous at all. No, fighting's terrifying, dude. It makes me so nervous. I don't care who I'm fighting. It could be Joe Schmo, 1-10 record, and I'm gonna be terrified. I'm never afraid of getting hurt. I got a thick fucking head. I got a big chin. I'm a strong man. So I'm never afraid of getting hurt. I'm afraid of not performing. But that hasn't been an issue for me yet. Because I'm that afraid of not performing that it forces me to figure out a way to get the job done. And I feel like that's what makes me a good fighter. It's kind of funny, but the way I fought Turcios against Santos, he's going to fold in 2 minutes. I'm going to make him quit in 2 fucking minutes. Hold on 1 second. Oh, no. My right one died. This matchup's good, man. Everyone's like, oh, he's tall. He's like a young Anderson Silva. He's patient. He's got good kickboxing, Go take a look at my amateur record. My amateur record against all those guys, except for my loss. My 3rd, 4th, 5th fight, the guys were 5'11", 6 foot, and 5'10", kickboxers, purple belts. I already did that in the States, man. I already, and they're older than him. I already did that. I get it. This kid has good takedowns. Good fucking luck. I'm gonna fucking choke your ass out. This kid wants to try taking down. Good. God, they both died. No, it's a good fight, man. People love seeing the short wrestler fight the long striker. The difference is, I'm not wrestling, man. I'm not a wrestler anymore. I'm just a fighter. I'm aggressive. I'm mean. I want to hurt you when I'm in there. I want to break you. You want to know what I do when I spar? You'll like this. When I spar before my fights, two things. I hope to God that someone wants, like I tell Cup, hey, give me this guy. He's this size, perfect size. I want him for 4 rounds. Can we get him for 20 minutes? Can you give me 4 straight rounds? And if they can, I'm like, cool. How many times can I finish this dude in four rounds? That's how I train, man. How many times can I finish this guy? How many times can I break this guy in 4 rounds? 20 minutes. My numbers are business is booming. I'm breaking guys. You know, I came out to Jackson. We couldn't get the same guy for 4 rounds. That was okay. We get different partners, talented guys, up and comers, 4 different guys. Same thing. I said 4 rounds. How many finishes can I get in 20 minutes? It's a fucking race when I'm in there. The longer I'm in there, the bigger chance I'm taking of getting hurt. Just like with Ricky. The longer I held off on him, I played with him, walked out with 20-something stitches. I don't want that. I just want, let me take care of it clean. Let me hurt him. Let me show people, oh man, no one can beat this wrestler. You know, makes me feel badass. I'm looking for a short night. Now, with that being said, I'm prepared for a war. Don't worry, I got in a couple wars this camp, and I like that shit. I go in a little nervous when I get to the training, but then as it's happening, then you start seeing me smile and I'm laughing. Then all of a sudden, this guy's getting tired. If I'm tired, this guy's dead tired. I got some lungs on me. I got lungs. You know, and just take them down, getting my finishes. That's how I think of training. How many finishes can I get? When I get in the cage, okay, how quick can I do this? It's a race. You know, everyone was saying my Ultimate Fighter fight, oh, Dan got tired in the third. So this is something people don't know about the Ultimate Fighter. I had a grade 2 MCL tear. 2 weeks. 2 weeks before I went to the house. Fractured nose. 3 weeks before I went to the house. At the end of the second, when I was on top of Ricky and he was punching me in the asshole, he was on top of me north-south, punched me in the butthole. Went for a toe hold, and it popped my MCL again. Third round, right before he got the body triangle, I knew I had one good explosion. I was like, my knee's done, my knee ran out, my knee's over with. I went for one good pop, and I felt my knee fucking pop even more. This is another thing only my close training partners know. You get to know first, because I heard you're an important guy. So, yeah, so that happened. And then, so for the rest of the round, I can't explode off my leg. So now I just have to literally play technique with him. How much damage did he do to me in the third round? Tell me.
Wasn't it crazy?
The only thing was when I went for the guillotine attempt, failed, ended up on my back, went for a couple good punches. I up kicked him right in the jaw. When we went up again, and I went for another guillotine. That was it. That was the only flirt. The rest of it, I'm literally playing technique with a Gracie Baja black belt, trying to get out. I knew what I was doing. I lost it. My knee didn't have it anymore. I'm just glad I didn't stop moving. If I would have stopped moving, I'd be way more pissed off at myself. Shout out to Gracie Baja, though. Look, him and we're the only 2 Gracie Baja guys in there.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I should have guillotined his ass in the first.
Finally, what do you want your 2022 to look like?
I want 4 fights. I want 4 fights. I have been offered fights and contracts from every major organization on the planet. I don't know if you know that. Did you?
I did not know that.
I've been offered a contract from Bellator. I've been offered a contract from PFL. I've been offered a contract from One Championship. You know who hasn't given me a fucking offer yet?
UFC? Is that
not for the money right now? And I'm at that age where it should be for money. I should be like, oh, I want to start my life. No, the dream's alive. Dream's burning still. It's ready to go. I want my fucking contract, man. I want my contract really fucking bad. I've worked my fucking tail off. I worked so hard, and it burns when I see people like they tell me, "Hey, there's no bantamweight in the UFC with only 6 fights." You know what? You know what I started with? I didn't even know. I didn't know that starting with Ray Borg and Cub Swanson was going to fast track me like this. I didn't know that these other amateurs, when I was fighting amateur, I didn't know that they weren't as good as Ray Borg and Cub Swanson. I went into every single fight terrified. I trained every single fight like it was a world championship fight. I'm still doing that. I just want my goddamn contract. I told my dad I'll get my contract when I was 28 years old. I said this to him when I was 23. I'm 28 right now, and I'm still going for it, man. This is all I want, and it is so serious to me that I have turned down these other deals. I don't care. I don't care about getting money to do something that isn't at the highest level. I want to do it at the highest level. I train at the highest level. Let me perform at the highest level. Let me do it. I'm gonna make some fans stand up in their seats. I fucking know. I know I'm an exciting fighter.
So, say you get a win on Friday, you get that. Do you want that LFA belt, and then that basically gets you into the UFC, or do you think if you go out and have a fantastic performance this Friday, that's enough to get you into the UFC?
I don't know. It depends. Like I said, I don't say no to fights. So whoever brings it up, a fight for me, cool. That's what I'm gonna do next. I want 4 fights. I need 3 months total in between my fights, and I'll be good. If it's a couple weeks after and the UFC says, "Hey, we want to fight," hell yeah, I'll jump in. I'm ready. It's there's like a couple things to that question where it's like, yeah, a belt would be nice. An LFA belt, sweet. Guys dream of that. Not me. When I started doing this, Coach Jackson said, "Do you want to be a world champion or do you want to work at 7-Eleven? If you're not chasing that belt and you quit before that belt, you might end up getting the job that you don't fucking want. So you better be chasing that belt." And, it worked for me. We've been planning my life for the last 5 years, and I've stuck my nose to it and I've worked for it. And, I'm happy for it. So, with that being said, I'm doing everything in my control. I'm doing everything I can. It's not up to me. That's why I can't say it. The belt or the UFC contract. Screw the other guys. I just fell UFC contract, another LFA fight. I don't care. There's 2 options. I know that if I want to get there, LFA takes very good care of me. They make sure I push myself in these fights. They make sure I challenge myself. They don't give me easy fights. They want me to show up. I talked to Ed Soares, owner of LFA, on the phone, and he goes, "This is going to be an exciting fight." And I say, "Fuck off, Ed. I'm going to fuck this dude up. It's not going to be exciting. I'm going to smash him. I don't have a choice. I have to. You know how nerve-wracking that is for me? Look how nervous I look. I have to smash him.
Awesome. Yeah, no, for sure. Awesome, Dan. Thank you so much for your time, brother. Yeah, man, it's I can't wait for your fight. First LFA main event. If you want to plug your social media, plug your sponsors, the floor is yours.
All right. So my Twitter sucks. I suck at Twitter. I don't even know. I think it's Dan Determined Dan. I don't know. But my Instagram is Dan_the_determined. My little photo, it's it's number one from Kids Next Door, the little bald guy with sunglasses. That's my new character. My sponsors, I got plenty of them, man. Obviously my management agency, they take good care of me. They make sure that I succeed. They make sure I'm fulfilling everything. They make sure I'm living my life right. They make sure I'm holding myself correctly. They're probably not going to be happy about the amount of F-bombs I drop, but that's me, dude. I'm not doing it out of being mean. That's just me. I'm not around kids often. I'm not in a suit and tie often, so oops. Obviously the Jackson Link Academy that place is ridiculous. I call Coach Jackson. I call Coach Wink on Friday. Hey, Coach, I'm going to be in town tomorrow. Cool. What's your schedule? I don't know. You tell me. And I got my schedule down for the week. I'm ready to go. Shout out to those guys. They've been taking care of me, like I said, since the beginning of my MMA career. We have planned out every single thing together. From my move to California to when I come back here to where I fight, when I fight, who I fight. Those guys literally planned all this. I don't tell people these things. A lot of people say, "Oh, don't make plans." I'm like, no, I let these guys. I just plan my life out and I follow the plan. Follow the plan. Shout out to them. Shout out to Grayson Baja. Shout out to Kill Crew. Shout out to I got people giving me cars when I'm in camp so I can drive. A Nissan dealership in Albuquerque. My fucking family, everyone, man. I'm excited. If you can't tell, it's my coaches. They have to tell me to leave the fucking gym because I want to fuck something up. I'm ready to fuck something up.